Hey everyone, welcome to Topictrick. You probably used a mainframe 3 times today. You used one before you even finished your morning coffee. Think about it. Did you swipe your credit card for breakfast? Did you check your bank balance on your phone? Maybe you booked a flight for next month. If you did any of those things, you talked to a mainframe. Some people think mainframes are dusty old cabinets from the 1970s. They think they belong in a museum. But that is not true. In fact, it is the opposite. It is January 2026, and mainframes are more powerful than ever. These machines are the invisible giants of our world. They run the global economy. They handle 90% of all credit card transactions. That is billions of swipes every single day. Today, we're going from the basics to the advanced secrets of big iron. So, what is a mainframe? Let's keep it simple. A mainframe is a high-performance computer, but it is not just a big server. It is designed for 3 specific things. First, it handles massive input and output. We call this I/O. While a normal laptop is good at one thing at a time, a mainframe is like 1,000 laptops working together. It moves data in and out at incredible speeds. Second, it is built for reliability. We're talking about 99.999% uptime. That's the 5 nines. It means the system only goes down for about 5 minutes in an entire year. Third, it's all about security. Modern mainframes use quantum-safe cryptography. This protects your data from future hackers. Wait, is it a supercomputer? No, a supercomputer is like a Ferrari. It's built for raw speed to solve one giant math problem. A mainframe is like a massive freight train. It moves millions of pieces of cargo all at once, every second without stopping. In the world of big iron, we talk about the RAS factor. That stands for reliability, availability, and serviceability. Let's look at reliability. Mainframes are designed to never fail. If a part breaks, the machine doesn't stop. It just switches to a backup part automatically. Next is availability. This leads us to a cool term, hot swapping. Imagine you're flowing a jet. Now imagine you need to change the engine while you're in the air. That sounds impossible, right? Well, a mainframe can do that with its hardware. You can add more memory or replace a processor while the computer is still running. Finally, there is serviceability. The system tells the engineers what is wrong before it actually breaks. It's like having a crystal ball for your hardware. This is why 44 of the top 50 global banks run on mainframes. They cannot afford to stop, not even for a second. If the mainframe stops, the world's money stops. It is 2026, and the king of the data center is the IBM Z17. This machine was released last year, and it is a beast. Inside the IBM Z17, we find the Telum 2 processor. This chip has on-chip AI acceleration. Why does that matter? It means the mainframe can detect credit card fraud in real time. When you swipe your card, the Z17 runs an AI model to check if the transaction is safe. It does this in less than 1 millisecond. It can handle over 450 billion AI operations every single day. And here's a fun fact. Mainframes handle 68% of the world's IT workloads, but they only account for 6% of the total IT costs. They are incredibly efficient. They run the z/OS v3.1 operating system. This is a modern OS built for the hybrid cloud. Now, let's talk about enterprise integration. This is how the old world meets the new world. Here's a specific example. Mainframe to cloud integration. Imagine you're using a modern banking app on your iPhone. That app lives in the cloud, maybe on AWS or Azure. You want to see your last 10 transactions. The cloud app sends a request through a REST API. This request travels to the IBM Z17 sitting in a secure vault. The mainframe uses a tool called z/OS Connect. The mainframe looks at its DB2 database. This database holds millions of records. It finds your data in a microsecond. Then it sends that data back to the cloud app as a JSON file. Your phone shows your balance instantly. You just saw a perfect handshake between a modern cloud app and a powerful mainframe. This is the hybrid cloud. Some people think you have to use a green screen to talk to a mainframe. You know, those old black screens with bright green text? Those are called 3270 terminals. They're still around, but they aren't the only way anymore. Today, developers use VS Code. Yes, the same tool you use for Python or web development. There's an open source framework called Zoe. It allows you to use a modern GUI or a command line to talk to the mainframe. You can write COBOL, Java, or even Python on a mainframe using your favorite modern tools. IBM also offers WASI as a service. This lets developers test mainframe code in the cloud. It makes developing for a mainframe as easy as developing for a website. We've covered a lot today. Let's recap what we learned. First, mainframes are not dead. They are the backbone of global banking, insurance, and retail. They are big iron. Second, they are defined by throughput and reliability. They move more data than anything else. They almost never go down. Third, the IBM Z17 is a modern powerhouse. It uses the Telum 2 chip for real-time AI and security. Finally, mainframes work perfectly with the cloud. They're not isolated islands. They're part of a connected, modern ecosystem. Mainframes are the reason you can trust your bank account balance. They're the reason planes stay in the air. Next time you swipe your card, remember the invisible giant working behind the scenes. Do you want to see us write our first COBOL program? Or maybe you want to see a Zoe demo? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip from basics to advanced tech, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to Topictrick for more simplified tech. See you in the next one.